Hey everyone, it's Types, and today I'm going to be going over all of the pretty much all these Zoroark partners from Obsidian Flames, aka all these stage ones, and we're going to be looking. Oh, can we fit these all on one page? Uh, yeah, we can. Okay, there we go. Oh, there are special arts. Nice. There's 69 cards we're going to be looking at today. Okay, so yeah, what I want to look at is the stage ones and how they impact Zoroark, because Zoroark is one of my favorite decks. Yeah, at some point I'm going to make like a really detailed video, but I wanted to talk about the new ones. So. I don't remember all of these. This mask screen though, I'm actually gonna make these like bigger uh images. There we go. Let's see, are they all showing up here? Yeah, yeah. So we can just read them straight here. So, but I'll open up in the new tab. Um, this Gloom first of all has a gust for one color, which is okay. We've seen stuff like this in the past. Theoretically, in the Zora control style deck, this could provide some minor value, but really it's not quite enough here. Next up, we have Masquerade. Flip a coin until you flip a coin until you get tails, for each has discard a random card from your opponent's hand. Honestly, I did not know about this card, but this seems pretty alright. I mean, well, it's not that good, but you need to get if you get lucky, it can be very good. Um, it obviously isn't. It's not going to be the best thing in the world because you're not gonna. Um, I don't know. It's just not. It's not amazing, but it has the potential to be super disruptive. So if you had some way of controlling coin flips, it would be good. But unfortunately, right now, you don't. Next up, we have, let's see, I guess the big one here is going to be last two for grass. Toad School EX is actually very good. It's a tack here you can use in a um, Charms or like that, kind of. But at the same time, you also can't really get the energy on Toad School itself, which is a bit awkward. Um, unless you want to like manually evolve it, in which case, you're not really Zoroark anymore. Um, and Protective Mycelium here. This is all in of your Pokemon with energy attached are not affected by um, effects of attack. So that's really nice for like Sableye and stuff. And this, unlike Espeon VMAX, this is a stage one, so you can get it with Zoroark. I think Toad School EX is okay. I think it's usually not going to be worth running, but it's a really important card to know, and if you want it, it's there. Next up, Scoville here. It's both fire and grass type. Keep in mind though, it's only going to be doing 110 for a reversal, which is not going to be enough to KO most things. I'd personally, and then you need super effective glasses. Um, Scovin's okay. I don't hate it. If you want an okay card against grass and fire weak decks, it's okay. The other Scovillain's a better grass attacker. Um, I don't know what the best fire attackers are right now, though. But in some senses, this card's okay, but it won't win matches too often, but it'll help a little bit. Next up, Ninetales is an okay spread option. I think that's the only good one here. Pretty much it says only good fire Pokemon send 90 snipe to one of your opponent's Pokemon, and it's done through damage kind of, so it will hit through Manaphy. I don't hate this in a Zoroark spread style deck. Unfortunately, it does have to be paid using a reversal. It also could be played in like a fire deck, a fire spread based deck, or some weird like fire spread deck with like Arm Rouge. Um, but I don't really like know what that is, so I wouldn't do that. Um, Next up, Sharpedo. 10, 30 more for each, 30 more damage for each colors in the retreat cost. Um, I mean, I don't know why you'd like to do that, but there are situations where it's okay, but I don't think it's ever going to be that good. Um, okay, on a coin flip, you get to put one of your opponent's active and all cards attached to it into their hand. Can just win the game, but I'd rather use the more consistent options that require reversals, like Spite Ops or Golduck, which are both pretty solid. Um, Beartick doing 170. That being said, you'd rather use it's a Titan. We also have Wugtrio, which 50 can't retreat, not great. And then Palafin. Palafin, of course, is insane. But it actually doesn't really have a great spot in Zoroark. A 30-30, so you can do that first attack for Luminous, and then you can swing in, do 210, but you have to swing in. So if you're playing like Clefas or Bonsleys, this Palafin might be nice, but for the most part, I don't think it's that good. Next up, we got okay, so Belly Bolt does 70 and 30 snipe. Not the most useful, but it's something you can use in Toxtricity here. 50 and then 3 more for each different type of Pokemon on your bench. So it's gonna hit 200, which is not too bad at all. That being said, I'd probably rather use um, Kilowattrel or I think the other lightning option is going to be Raichu, both of which are pretty solid. Then there's also the Spellybelt, which is pretty good. It's immune to lightning Pokemon, so if you're concerned about Miraidon, it's essentially an auto win there, um, which is good. But I don't know how useful this card is. I haven't looked into it too much. Clefable, all your Pokemon with Psychic have no retreat. I probably wouldn't use this. It's like it's weird. It's kind of awkward and stuff. Espeon, not particularly good. Grimble 160 again. You'd probably rather use I don't remember. I think Cerulege. Yeah, Cerulege is what you'd probably rather use. Claydol though is really interesting. You have this one attack that says pretty much you KO yourself, but then you put your opponent down to 10, which obviously is pretty good in certain situations, but it's awkward for you having to KO one of your Pokemon. I probably wouldn't play this, but it's an option. Vespiquen, um, a Phantom Queen is probably too awkward to ever use, so probably don't use that. Poltergeist, I thought was good, but it's not as good as I thought. Notably Antique Collection, Recover, it should have been T, like TEA. I think that would have been funnier. But anyways, recover up to 2 items and tools from just get into your hand. Arguably slightly better than Floatzel. Less HP, but it also can recover tools, which is pretty alright. Okay, control card. Houndstone, too ferocious. It hits 200 on certain turns. But again, I'd probably rather play Cerulege. Houndstone EX, again, it doesn't really like synergize with stuff. Whiscash, really interesting one that can build. Essentially builds 3 for a reversal, which isn't that good. I think you'd generally rather go with the Wugtrio over Whiscash, but in this style of deck, but Whiscash is consistent. Next up we have Glamora. It limits their bench, but unfortunately, because it's an EX, you can't use reversal on it. Umbreon can do 50 snipe for 1, which is okay. Paladin Cloudzyre does poison, can't retreat, again, okay. Let's see. I'm looking at like what else we got. And most of these aren't very good. Malamar allows you to look at the top card of each player's deck. Whatever. Scizor though. Scizor is really interesting. It does 10, 50 more for each Pokemon play that has an ability. This is really good, but it's kind of outclassed by Flapple, which does 10 less, but does it for colorless. And that being said, Scizor you can use to hit weakness on, against, I forgot the name, Chimpao, yeah, there we go. I was like, what is it called? Yeah, you can hit weakness on Chimpao, which is very good, because obviously Chimpao is a very good deck. Generally you play Flapple, but Scizor is actually a very solid option. Extra Sensory, if you have the same number of cards in your hand, you hit, 160. An attack that like makes you do effects. I don't know. I probably would not play this one. Bishop, a coin flip based one. Melmetal, just a generic metal Pokemon. But Varoom can have 4 tools on it, which is like a funny thing. I don't think it's ever useful in Zoroark, but it's an option. Altaria is interesting. It does 110 and sleep, and you need to flip double heads to wake up. It's almost as good as Paralysis, but not quite as good, right? But it's an option. Notably, it's okay in Regidraco, but right now it's also okay in Zoroark if you want to play Reversal, but it's not the best still. Then Greedent is not very good. But last but not least, we have Oinkologne, a very good card. That says flip 3 coins for each head, recover card from discard into your hand, capable of recovering anything. So Oinkologne, last card here, pretty solid card. A quick little video for you all. I hope you enjoyed it though. If you did, I'd love you subscribed. And if you want other stuff, I'm planning on making a bigger Zoroark video. I hope you enjoyed. As always, I'm excited to see you next time.